preseason #1 Pac-10. First half Stanford by 6, and Casey Jacobson from the Pac-10 logo, bingo, he had 20. Later in the first half, Gilbert Arenas, sweet move and lay-in. Arizona down 2 at halftime. Second half, we're tied at 46. Arenas had so much fun, does it on the other end. He had 22 points. Later in the frame, Jason Gardner to the Moon Valley High Rocket. Richard Jefferson blast off. Zona by 5. Then the Cardinal by 1 off the inbounds pass. Luke Walton, alley-oop up top to Arenas. Zona by 1. Later in the second, Tony Giovacchini. Oh, my goodness. Richard Jefferson, the filthy block. Let's look at it again. Jefferson, yeah, he should have just caught it long as he was up there and brought it back down, got a rebound or something. Just over 4 left, tied at 67. Jaron Collins hits. Both Collins brothers finished with 20. Tied at 69 with more than 3 to play. Arenas is stealing. Oh, yeah. U of A smelling an upset. Less than 10, Stanford by 1. Michael Wright in the paint. Strong inside, gets it to go. And chalk it up to the visitors. U of A wins it by a count of 76-75. Preseason #1 beats current #1 Stanford 27-2.
As you may have guessed, Welsh bailed on the football career, eventually served as a Boeheim assistant, and Thursday was looking for his first ever Big East tournament win at the expense of his former boss and high school guest speaker. PC coming off the first-round bye. Syracuse a first-round winner over UConn, and there they are head-to-head. First half, Friars struggling. PC went 10-28 without scoring and 12-28 without a field goal in the first half. They were down by 15 at the break, but PC an 11-0 run to start the second half. Chris Rogers a 3 to Friars 8-3 the game. They're coming back. Tied at 49. Alan Griffin shoots, saves it for Billy Seelick, and the Orange are up by 2. Back and forth we go. 1:25 left now. Griffin. This time he's going to try a running hook shot. Syracuse up 3. Tim Welsh, your thoughts? Thank you. Final seconds. Providence needs a 3 to tie. Maris Loxka. This for the tie. No, they get 2, but it's not enough. Deshaun Williams and the Orange win 55-54, and the former assistant and head coach, high school star and guest speaker shaking hands. No team has ever won the Big East tournament without a first-round bye. Orange trying to break that trend after wins over UConn and Providence on a quarterfinal day in which 3 of the 4 teams that received first-round byes lost. Career win number 599 for Jim Boeheim. Syracuse into the semis. They get the Pittsburgh Notre Dame winner.
I think I had the Pittsburgh Notre Dame winner. First half, Pittsburgh up 11. Ricardo Greer spins, hits it. Panthers 15-2 run. Greer had 17 points. Late first half, Pitt up only 2. Brandon Knight showing off there. Oh, yeah, nice little drop pass to Greer. Knight had 11 assists, 36-29. Panthers at the half. Late second. Irish down 12. Troy Murphy got a push off down low. Offensive foul. Murphy struggled all night. 2 of 11 shooting, 8 points. Late second half, Brandon Knight, he had 10 points. 66-54, Troy Murphy. Yeah, he's been better. Greer celebrating with Coach Ben Howland as Pittsburgh wins at 66.
Kansas State, 50 seconds left. K-State down to Quentin Buchanan for the lay-in. No. Travis Reynolds the follow. Oh, yeah. Travis ties it at 58. Great finish. 30 seconds left now. Stephon Bradford. This for the lead, blocked, and the Wildcats come up with the basketball. 8 seconds left. Reynolds now for the win, stripped, gets it back, and the get back is good. With a 1.3 to go, Travis Reynolds, 2 huge baskets in the final 43 seconds. Wildcats win. K-State avenging a pair of regular season losses to the Huskers. Wildcats now 7-0 against Nebraska in Big 12 and Big 8 tournament play. Kansas State plays second-seeded Kansas in the quarterfinals. 7 p.m. start Friday night.
Same league, same gym. Missouri, Texas A&M, and Clarence Gilbert just went nuts. That's one. Shaking Kemper Arena again. Clarence, he'll chuck it. Look at Clarence Gilbert from all over the map. Clarence shaking up the video equipment, which is always dangerous. And if you know Clarence, he'll hoist it from about anywhere. Still looking for that first shot he doesn't want to take. What are we up to now? 6, 7. We're finally going to stop with Clarence at 8 threes, tying the school record. He finished with 30 points. Quinn Snyder's Mizzou squad wins 77-62. They're all 4 West. Mario Austin, he's shooting. Look at Antonio Grant now. Antonio Grant, he's supposed to rebound, and then he tips it into the wrong basket. Kids, know your own basket. Second half, South Carolina up 6, another crazy play. Michael Boynton. Yeah, that's what we call the members bounce. Gamecocks up 39-31. Let's look at it again. He meant to do that all the time. Lose control, hang it on the back, in it goes. That's clean living in church on Sundays and Wednesdays. Grant redeeming himself for 3 for his team even. South Carolina wins at 69-62. Grant had 8. Gamecocks make up for losing their regular season finale. Temple Dayton, that's the A-10. Quincy Wadley, Lynn Greer, they're pals. First half, Temple up 4, make it 7. Wadley for 3. Greer, 3. They've been practicing. First half, Greer and Wadley combined for 27 points, while the entire Dayton team had 28. Temple up 13 at half. Second half, Temple up 17 now. Wadley make it a 20-point lead. He finished with 23. And Hootie blowing kisses to the people. 76-63. Temple advances to the semis, something the school has done every year since it's joined the A-10 in 1983. The Owls beat the Flyers for the 5th straight time and outshoot them 54% to 38.
More A-10 tourneys, Xavier and GW. Second half, Mike King. No look to Attila Cosby. A guy named Attila comes down the lane, you let him go. Colonials up by 5. Later in the second, it's Sir Valiant Brown. Some tremendous names on this team. Off a pick and off balance, and a 1. Are you kidding me? Brown had 19. 1:04 to go now. Chris Monroe, put back. He had 17 points, 12 rebounds. Tom Penders and the Colonials win 83-74. GW pulls off the upset to advance to the A-10 semis after losing both regular season meetings with Xavier this year. Colonials get Temple Friday night. More A-10 quarters. 4th-seeded UMass, 5th-seeded Bonnie's first half. Monty Mack for 3. And he's starting to heat up, people, going glass from downtown, and Monty Mack is setting the night on fire. 3-pointer number 4. Number 5, Hunka burning love. Next one, over 2 Bonnies. The highlight has become the towering Inferno, and Monty Mack is Steve McQueen. Here's number 7. Clear. UMass wins 79-58. Monty Mack, 29 points. He leads 2-seed Tulsa, 7th-seeded San Jose State. Mike Garrett. San Jose State coach Steve Barnes, your thoughts?
You Kristen him because he didn't bounce. Is he supposed to say, you airballed it? Hell no. Hell no.
All right, let's see how the coaching worked. Next possession, David Granucci blows the bunny. Oh, well. Later in the second, Tulsa up 16. Kevin Johnson, short jumper. He had 18 points. Tulsa goes up 18, and Steve Barnes' team loses 64-53. Tulsa wins despite going the final 8 minutes and 45 seconds without a field goal. Tulsa advances to Friday's semis. They get the UTEP SMU winner. More whack daddies. What about UTEP and SMU? First half, Gerald Sasser behind the back to Quentin Ross, who had 23. Ponies up as much as 10 in the first half, but the Miners come back in the second. Leonard Owens, ladies and gentlemen. UTEP starting to pull away. Brandon Wolfram to Brian Stewart for 2. Make it 3. He had 14, and UTEP holds on. They will face Tulsa in the semifinals. 5 UTEP players in double figures. USA quarters, top-seeded Cincinnati, number 8 UAB, 50 seconds left, tie game. Kenny Satterfield, 2 of 17, and the Bearcats lead 71-69. 9.8 to go. Will Campbell, he's walking, no basket. Murray Bartow still down 2. Get over here. 73-70 Bearcats now. Stokes misses the second straight freebie. Leandrew Bass pushes it for the tie. No, and Bob Huggins escapes barely. 73-70. I'm sure he was thrilled after the game. Cincinnati into the Conference USA semis for the defeated Colorado State. Colorado State's John Sivison. Sivison drain his 216th career 3, the most ever at Colorado State. Tied at 25 at the break. Second half, Wayland White. The steal and the finish, the only guy in the nation to lead his league in blocks and steals. Lobos up by 4. Ruben Douglas on the wing for 3. Part of a 14-5 run. And New Mexico handles Colorado State. They defeated Colorado State in both previous meetings this season, but only by a combined 4 points.
More Mountain West love. Wyoming sharing floor space with San Diego State. Al Fox, whoops, thought he had 2. Josh Davis is there for one of his 5 blocks. More blocks would come. Randy Holcomb, get out of here. Rennell Mingo, no. Then Holcomb blocks Mingo. Somebody make a basket, please. Yeah, there's Josh Davis. He had 20 in the night. Second half, Rennell Mingo. Oh, yeah, nice look. Free run to the basket. Flush me, Wyoming. Opened the second half with a 17-5 run. All but one of the 17 points came on either layups or dunks. Go ahead and D up. Wyoming wins 73-58. Cowboys reached the 20-win mark. Wyoming gets either BYU or Air Force. Pictures from the large tent. Garherd watching his son, Jossie Kleinherd. And let's flash back to Dad, 1976 NBA Finals. A buzzer beater to send it for the Suns into triple overtime.
We won that game.
Celtics did. You were on that team. Back to the Big Ten. Brandon Watkins in a tie ball game misses, but there's Jossie Kleinherd. Good genes. Lays it in at the buzzer. Penn State, they reviewed it. Yeah, give it to him. It's all good. Dad, he's proud. Penn State wins at 82-80. Kleinherd, a career best 24, and the last 2 were sweet. PSU's leading scorer, Joe Crispin, held to just 9, but freshman Jamal Tate picked him up with 4 straight second-half trays. Nittany's 18-10 can help their NCAA cause with a strong showing Friday against Michigan State.
It be James Dickey's last. Second half, State by 18, and Maurice Baker with the floater. Cowboys by 20. Tech down 12, Jason Mitchell. I believe he called glass off the 3. Next Tech possession. Mitchell, another 3, capping a 19-0 Tech run. They're inspired, but they still down by 6. Oklahoma State pulls it away. They're up 17 here. Baker, another 3. Cowboys go up by 20. They win it 71-59. So they'll move on to play Texas in the quarters, and Dickey, who's got his coaching start under current Cowboys coach Eddie Sutton at Arkansas, may have coached his last game at Texas Tech. Following the game, Dickey confronted the rumors.
I'm going to be the basketball coach at Texas Tech as long as I'm allowed to be. I have not heard anything official. I love that university. They've given me a wonderful opportunity. I enjoy living in Lubbock. The people have been wonderful to our family. That's our home, and I'm going to approach it the same way we have the last 2 weeks, that I'm the coach until someone tells me differently. And as I said 2 weeks ago, that if the chancellor, the president, and Coach Myers decide to go in a different direction, that's certainly their prerogative, and I can accept that.
Let's look at it here. We got Boston College and Villanova opening tip. Michael Bradley gets conked in the nose with an elbow. He sees the infirmary nurse and came back to play. Villanova down 6. Reggie Bryant misses, but there's Bradley throwing it in. He might have been cheating on the play tray. Yeah. Grabbing the backboard structure.
I saw that.
But it counts. 31-27. Nova's down. Xavier Singletary ripping it off, lobs it up. Troy Bell, 10 of 15 from the floor. Boston College up by 6 at the break. More turnovers by Villanova. Derek Snowden lost control. Bell had 25. And Boston College is up by many points. Boston College puts it away. Jonathan Beerbaum throwing down the dunk. He had 12, and BC did smoke Nova 93-79. BC hit 10 threes. The Eagles have done that or better now in 3 of their last 4 games. So if you're playing the Eagles, get out on a man. Someone should talk about the game right now.
Georgetown playing Seton Hall, and this is really what you call a courtesy highlight for the Hoyas. Lee Scruggs with a 3. Second half, here comes the Hall. Andre Barrett buries a 3, and the Hall's just getting started. Darius Lane, that's another 3. Part of an 11-0 run to start the second half. Lane had 11. Later, Barrett to Eddie Griffin. Hello! Griffin had 11. Seton Hall up 11. Seton Hall up 14. Ty Shine from Barrett. Barrett 5 assists. Shine 11 points. Seton Hall by 17, and then Griffin, get out! Mike Sweeney denied, or Sweetney. Griffin with 3 block shots, and then Griffin, you betcha. The Hall goes up 21 and destroys Georgetown 58-40. Hoyas not impressing anyone today. Seton Hall holding Georgetown to half its season scoring average and the fewest points ever allowed in a Big East tournament game. First opening round loss by the Hoyas since 1988 when they lost to Seton Hall.
St. Joseph's guard Marvin O'Connor did more in 1 minute than most others will do all game. He went for 18 of his 37 points in the final 60 seconds, but he needed 2 more points because LaSalle upset St. Joseph's last Saturday. First time I've been doing this. A rematch today in the Atlantic 10 tournament. Quarterfinals here. Here we go. LaSalle down by 4. Victor Thomas The 2 is good. LaSalle within 2. Thomas had 19. 3:08, precisely 3:08 left to play. And Butler launching a 3. Eventually, game is tied at 65. Very next possession, and St. Joseph's Jameer Nelson going with long jumper, wide open. St. Joe up 3. Under 2 minutes to go. Nelson to Naeem Crenshaw going to the rack. Passes it out. The 3 is good, and he set him up to be wide open. Career day for Jameer Nelson. He wants to be an astronaut. Also, he's flying all over the place.
Soothing beverage. Second half, Bulldogs by 2. Chris Jeffries, little jumper, he had 8. The first field goal for Fresno State in the second half come at the 6:39 mark. Later, Jeffries. Hey, where's Shannon Swillis? Oh, there he is. He had 7. Fresno State wins 60-52, and Rice head coach Willis Wilson. Why is this happening to me? 8 of Demetrius Porter's 21 in the final 2:45. Third time this year the Bulldogs have beaten the Owls. Elsewhere, Fresno State will face Hawaii in the semis. The Rainbow Warriors made a season-high 13 threes in downing TCU 99-79. About history, let's go to the future. Auburn and Tennessee. Yarborough and the Vols win by 19 in the first half, and just like their season, the second half not good. James Brewer, that's a 3. Auburn takes a 1-point lead on a 15-1 Tiger run. But down the stretch, Ron Slade and Marcus Hayslip. Oh, you can enjoy that. Slay with 22 and 11 boards. Hayslip with 11 as Tennessee wins 73-66. Their first half Bears up 12. Steve Athoro with the steal, and Terry Black with the dunk. He had 12. Baylor up 11 at the break. 13 ticks left. Baylor down 1. DeMarcus Minor at the line. Oh, Minor boo-boo. He missed it. Misses the first. Oh, but he can the second. We're going to overtime, people. In overtime, Baylor down 2. John Flippin, his first basket of the whole season. Game tied at 80. Colorado's last chance in OT. Chevis Brimmer driving backhand. Sorry. He was 3 of 11 shooting. And Baylor, the Bears, go on to win 86-84. The Buffs end their season with 6 straight losses. Bears get win number 18 on the year and a second-round date with Florida, South Florida, and Charlotte. Diego Guevara. Hello, my name is Diego Guevara. He scored 22. 7 threes. South Florida down 3, time running out. B.D. Walden, be the ball. No. Charlotte wins 77-74. St. Louis Ewans, get off the floor. St. Louis Ewans, Southern Miss. Southern Miss gets it down to Vanderall James. Vanderall James jams. Alliteration. Southern Miss up early. Second half, Bob Richardson to James. Jam. Southern Miss wins it. 63-54, the Billikens, defending champions.
Season record for block shots, swatting away Craig Rogers, one of 7 blocks on the day for Flomo. Dustin Ford gets the 3 on the other end. Bobcats up 11-8. 3-time All-MAC selection Greg Stempen drives baseline, gets the big jam. Toledo up 30-27 at intermission. More Stempen after the break. The basket, the foul, and finished with 26. Rockets up 8 in the second half. Ohio comes back, down 63-62. Anthony Jones spins and scores, 10 seconds left. After a Toledo timeout, the Rockets with one last chance. Terry Reynolds misses at the buzzer. Ohio wins 64-63. Stan Joplin stunned. Larry Hunter jubilant.
I think we're playing with a lot of resolve. I think we're a very hungry team that wants to win a championship, and you know, it's up to us.
Sometimes, you know, it's not even about hitting a big shot. It's just like having it in your hands and making somebody.
Passed the first round by showing Kent State the quarterfinal door. Trevor Huffman, jumper in the lane. He finished with 19 later in the first. Andrew Mitchell, pretty juke, finger roll. He had 18. Kent State up at the break, 36-28 second half. Bowling Green coming back. Keith McLeod works down low, pump fake, and lovely 27 in the game. Kent State up by 2. Demetric Shaw off the screen. Cans at 13.7 boards. Dan Dockich not happy. Kent State wins 71-64. Defending MAC tourney champ Ball State, Joe DeBurgess for the Thundering Herd gives Marshall an early 8-point lead. Still in the first half, Cornelius Jackson, 25 feet away, strokes the triple. Marshall's lead cut to 1 by the break. Ball State blows it open in the second half. Cedric Moody, 360 off the glass and down. Moody finished with 27. Then it's Brian Burns. Basket and the foul in the lane. Ball State up 13, but Marshall roaring back with a chance to send it to overtime. But Joe DeBurgess cannot connect with the horn. Ball State oust Marshall. United Center in Chicago. The winner gets Ohio State. Dean Oliver, 3-pointer, top of the key. Hawkeyes up 45-37. Later, it's Reggie Evans in the post, backing in his man, getting the bucket.
20 points for Evans. Northwestern would make a run, but Duez Henderson going baseline gets the bucket. Iowa victorious 72-55 and will face Ohio State.